Living alert on the north side of the dirt. If it is Thursday, that means it's Thursday Live. If you're rocking with me, hello and welcome. What the heck is going on? Lots to say, lots to do. We're going to try to get it all done in a very orderly and edutaining fashion. Good after freaking noon, rock with me nation. It is a beautiful one today. I shall be before you, but I ain't gonna be before you too long because I'm gonna get some of this sun on my face before it go back behind the clouds or some stuff like that. So pull up. I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to pull up. Well, I'll say hi. Hi, grandmadam. She's always here pretty early. Yeah, you know, she I like that. Groovy Faye, what's up? He's always here pretty early too. Paul Martin, he's starting to join the early gang. Kamayo King, what is up, Mr. President? All right, we in here. We in the building. With more flooding in. While y'all are doing that, I'll pull up a few images that I need, which are necessary to the advancement of today's live. Oh, no, wrong one. Anyways, all right, here we go. We got a lot to talk about tonight, y'all. We got a lot to talk about tonight. What we gonna be talking about tonight, y'all? We got matchups. We got action figures. We got social issues. Goodness gracious, we got a little bit of everything going on tonight. So I'm gonna try to get through most of it, if not all of it, because I got a lot to say tonight. And hopefully I will be able to say it all. But in order for me to say it all, y'all got to be listening. Okay? Because it's some stuff I'm going to say tonight that you may not necessarily agree with it. Juju, what's up, sir? Fellow Marine. I'm not a Marine, but Marines get ready to deploy in LA. Wonder what you think about that, sir. That's one of the topics we're going to discuss tonight. Afro, how you doing? Oh, okay, it's 2:37 where you're at. 2:37 on Friday the 13th. Okay, well, good luck to you, sir. Sorry you can't stay too long, but for the time that you are here, I hope that you get edutained. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a lot going on in Los Angeles, but the stuff going on in Los Angeles that they tell you is going on in Los Angeles ain't necessarily what's going on in Los Angeles. So, as I always tell y'all, ask questions, ask mine questions. You feel me? If you don't ask questions and just accept stuff at face value, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because everything and everybody you cannot accept at face value. Some people will come and smile in your face, shake your hand with their right hand, and be holding a dagger in their left hand. You feel me? Them the type of parties you gotta get ready for. Okay? And And in this current political climate, we cannot afford to rest on our laurels. We cannot afford to pretend like stuff ain't happening when it is happening. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about some things. And then when we done, hopefully by the time I'm done, we can still have fun topics to talk about. Yeah? All right. Let me Oh, you was already in here. Okay. What up? What up? Hey. Never on purpose. Never on purpose. 57 about to turn 58. That's not an excuse, but it kind of is. What's up, Theo? What's up, my brother? Hey, Paul Martin, back at you. Hey, Paul Martin, back at you. Question, and it is not rhetorical. What do you think is going on right now in Los Angeles? Okay. For those of you that have not been paying attention to it, it is the protest. It is a protest being done by the Mexican community. And the Mexican community has entreated us in saying black and brown brothers got to get together. Okay. I don't want those salt. I don't want those shade. But when we were voting, when the campaign was going on back in September, October, November, and it was coming time to vote, my brown brothers were not standing with me then. A large number of them, I ain't gonna say all of them wasn't, but a large number of them were not standing with me. So now, when the regime that the Mexican community, by and large, voted for is coming to take them away, is black and brown brothers. Now, I ain't trying to be salty, but come on now. Why do we have to be helping all of these people and helping all of these different demographics to come up and understand us and understand themselves? But when it's time to deal with our situation, everybody be like, trust me, I done been there, done that. I done been there and done that. Not riot and tear stuff up, but I done been places and protested. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was peaceful, sometimes it wasn't. But you got to know how to pivot and move and dash on a dime if this is the kind of life you plan to lead. Period. Point blank. Let's get a better idea. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people they think they have an idea, but they don't really have an idea. So let's do this. Okay. PBS, NPR, Alaska Public Access is a news source that I trust. So, from the pages of PBS News, dated yesterday. Okay? And it originally appeared in PolitiFact. See what I'm saying? I get sources. Anyway, as President Donald Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom battle over the federal government deploying National Guard troops to Los Angeles, the Trump administration also sent in U.S. Marines which I might add has never, ever been done before in the history of this country. Let me repeat that again. Never, ever has this country in its history deployed its military against its citizens. Ever. Check. I know what you're thinking because you're not in the know. And you're saying, what about the National Guard? Isn't that the military? It's national. No, actually, it's state. And that's why Governor Gavin Newsom is so pissed off at Donald Trump, because he deployed military troops into America when all they had to do was use the National Guard. And it's like 2,000 National Guard. What they gonna do against a whole city? You know what I mean? So, and the Marines, just to be sure that you understand, have not been deployed yet. They're just there. Okay? And what they plan to do is fold those Marines into them 2,000 troops. So maybe every other 10th, 15th National Guardsman is also a Marine. So it don't look like the Marines. It just looks like the National Guard. You know, and they out here on the streets shooting people with rubber bullets, shooting reporters with rubber bullets. But I ain't going to start talking about my stuff. I'm going to talk about what's going on. Today is the 12th, right? Today is the 12th, right? All right. The protests in downtown Los Angeles began June 6th. So 6 days, almost a week. But the standard to dispatch the military to a state is not simply in the eye of the beholder. Okay. There are limited legal circumstances in which a president is supposed to deploy the military domestically. The law Trump cited allows him to use National Guard troops to protect federal personnel and property. Let me say that one more again. The law Trump cited allows him to use the National Guard troops to protect federal personnel and property, but not for broad law enforcement functions, such as having motherfuckers on horses with big long ass sticks hitting people, telling them to get in the house, such as shooting reporters with rubber bullets. I understand there is a curfew in place. The mayor has placed a curfew in place from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. You outside between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m., you getting shot with a rubber bullet. You probably getting arrested. So I say all of that to say, what part of this shit got to do with us? Yeah, I seen a couple of black people out there in images like this right here doing what's going on. Mostly harassing the shit out of the police, limited looting, but it's not an all over Los Angeles thing. I've talked to people who live in Los Angeles, called them, yo, what's going on, dog? I'm sitting on the porch, drinking me some vodka and smoking a blunt. What's up? Ain't y'all out there protesting? Ain't the city on fire? Ain't it? No. The media is lying like a motherfucker to us. They are lying. They are out and out lying. And that's what I'm going to get into next about media influence. And we need to understand the power of media influence and what we have. And Anyway, the city of Los Angeles is not burning to the ground. Okay, it just so happens that whenever we see images of the city of Los Angeles, the media makes it a point. Go where the Mexicans is burning everything down. Go where they throwing bricks at police cars and throwing Molotov cocktails. Go over there and cover that. Don't cover the people who are quietly, peacefully protesting outside of ICE headquarters, outside of the federal building. We ain't covering none of that shit because ain't nobody getting shot with rubber bullets or having a stick bust across their shoulder. Don't nobody want to see the boring shit. That's what protest is. That's not protest. That you see in that picture is called civil disorder. That's not protesting. Because we got to stop and think, what is the purpose of protesting? Protesting is done by people who feel they do not have a voice or are not being heard. When ICE can come into your house with ski masks on in the middle of the night and ship your ass off to El Salvador, when ICE can come with masks over their face and come to your baby's graduation, your baby's quinceañera, and just snatch everybody and take them off to Guatemala some fucking where, you feel like you ain't being heard when you say, don't take me to Guatemala. I was born here. But again, I say, because here's the threat. Here's the threat. My black brothers, they coming after y'all too. When they get finished with us, who you think they gonna try to deport next? Well, we were saying that to Mexican people and anybody who listened in 57, in 62, in 64, in 69, in 72, in 81, in 85, wasn't no Mexican community coming to our rescue in all of them instances. So that's all I'm saying. I ain't throwing no shade at nobody in the Latino community. I'm just saying from a historical viewpoint. From a historical viewpoint. Let me get through some of these comments because I don't want to. I watch some people's lives and the comments be stacking up, and I don't want to have to read through 97 comments at the end of the night. Plus, they be out of context, so you don't know what topic they talking about. So if you catch the comments during the topic, at least it makes my life feel like it's going smoother. Grand Madam say LA is a testing place to see how far F-47 can go with his power. Federal judge just returned National Guard back to Newsom. Okay, ain't gonna be able to do much with 700 Marines because it's unconstitutional. And I'm glad to hear that, Grand Madam. It's unconstitutional. You deploying U.S. military against U.S. people. You don't do that shit. Well, presidents don't do that. Dictators do it all the damn time. Bruh, they need to call Joseph. They all supported Taco, so they got it. All I'm saying, Theo, all I'm saying, y'all was supporting that man with robust vigor and vim. And now that he's crapping on you like a moose, y'all have to see a moose poop sometime. It's really epic. Anyway, now you in that situation. We're used to struggle. People this color skin, we're used to struggle. Struggle's nothing new to us. Why this 2025 regime is for me is just an exercise in hunkering down. I've been hunkering down since I was 13, 12. So yeah, nah, this ain't nothing new. Kamoyo said mainstream news be lying, and you're not lying because, and it's so, boy, I can't wait to get to this next topic. Boy, I can't wait to get to this next topic. It's going to be so effing educational. To say the Marines get to have a few easy days. Nah, not when they ain't getting paid. They ain't having no easy days. I can tell you it was many days I had to go to disbursing when I was in the Navy and talk to them about my pay when I went from E4 to E5. And it was like, how come I'm still getting paid E4 pay? Why ain't I getting paid E5 pay? Well, you know, it has to. Fuck that. Give my E5 pay. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. Thing is, only 300 guardsmen can be deployed. There is no food or housing for them. If our president knew how the law worked, he would know that is one of the reasons why you can't do that. Because you gotta take it. They came up from 29 Palms. I've been stationed in that base before. As a matter of fact, I was stationed there before I was deployed. So yeah, that's a staging. It's like an air base. It's out in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, man. It looks like a road, you know, that you would see Ghost Rider riding down. You know what I'm saying? That's how it looked. El Toro, that area, Joshua Tree, Mongo. That's the name of the cities. Mongo. There's a city named Mongo. It ain't too far from Palm Springs, but anyway. Yes, Kamoya. Wagging the dog. That part. Do people understand what wagging the dog means? Okay, I'll break it down simplest way I can. Okay, wagging the dog means you are trying to get me to believe abnormal shit is normal. You hand me a news story that's full of abnormal, weird, sus shit, and you're trying to get me to believe, there we go. That makes total sense. That's what wagging the dog is. Dog's supposed to be wagging his tail. That's the norm. The tail wagging the dog is not what's supposed to happen. So, in a nutshell, that's wagging the dog. Paul Martin says, so-called liberal corporate media epitomizes laziness, hoaciousness, and bitch-assness. Liberal corporate America. Let's stay focused. Disinformation, yeah, it is. Hey, bruh. I was doomsday prepping a year or two ago, so I still got a lot of doomsday prep stuff in my storage and in my shed, and yeah, come get it. You know what I'm saying? Or pull that effery, you know what I'm saying, that they love to do and have all kind of crazy. I ain't 100% ready, but yeah, for real. Hey, Kamoya say we still doomsday prep, bruh. Cause I don't see no relief in sight. So yeah, if you stay ready, baby, you ain't got to get ready. And that's the kind of years it's been. Oh, y'all would. He said, you don't think he's going to finish his term and J.D. Vance is going to receive karma like none other. I'm more concerned about J.D. Vance taking the reins than this fool that's in charge right now. J.D. Vance is a whole moron. So it's what we used to call in the military a soup sandwich. No matter how you try to eat it, it's gonna be fucked up. That's a soup sandwich. You can't eat a soup sandwich right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, oh my goodness gracious. Y'all, can we talk about this right here for a second? This media influence. You know what I'm saying? We got, do we understand first? Do we understand the importance of understanding social media influence? Okay. Let's go and break it down. Okay. Day in and day out, we're in our phones. We're on our computers, pads, whatever. It is now acceptable in a lot of places to just be 100% engaged. And most of the time, what are we doing? We either shopping, trying to smash, or on social media. Do you think the powers that be know this? Why do you think they have shit like algorithms? I want to know exactly what you like, and I want to give you more of it. Yeah. That's what an algorithm is supposed to do. Unfortunately, algorithms get used for other stuff too. Like knowing you frequent this type of material, I'm going to send you scam material about that same thing that you like. So if it's a Trojan and you tap on it and open it, guess what? Gotcha, bitch. But do you understand what that is? What that, I know where you're at. I can triangulate and find your phone. I know what you're doing. I can hack your stuff and see it. Do you ever, has there ever been a time when, I don't know, you was searching something else, like let's say you were searching Static Shock, something as innocuous as Static Shock, but then all of a sudden you start getting Static Shock stuff in your feed, in your social media stuff. Static Shock, Static Shock, Static Shock, Static Shock. Why? There are people who utilize that type of thing maliciously. And a lot of us just be willy-nilly all over the internet. Like I got a buddy, he goes on free, like sites. You can go on sites and download this pirate app and watch any movie that you want to. Okay. And we never think about what's more important. What's more important? having this pirate app where I can watch anything I want to, or giving this pirate app access to my personal stuff? Because most people don't have VPNs and firewalls and things like that on their computers where it can even, where malware or anything like that can even be detected. So it's just in your computer, slowing your computer down, messing your computer up, making your computer do things it don't usually do. But you can watch free movies. You see what I'm saying? And it gets used for more than that. It gets used to circumvent your life and put you somewhere that you don't really need to be. And also, being under the influence of media can also mean, like, okay, I know people that do cocaine. These people claim they can handle it. It ain't gonna get to them. I just do a little bit. I don't do a whole bunch. Influence? Maybe. But the more you mess with something volatile, the more you mess with something that's not good for you, which is anything you do too much of, you're going to have problems. You're going to have major, massive problems. Can y'all hear that? It's 73 degrees. Anyway, that's a reminder that I need to get cracking. I just want people to be mindful of what media influence is. Media influence can be a positive thing. Media influence can also be negative AF, y'all. You understand me? Media influence can be diabolical. And it's a really simple thing. Put the tablet down. Put your phone down, turn the computer off, and go engage with real human beings. Talk to them about what's going on with them. Don't sit around trying to find all the doom and gloom and sadness, and you know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. It only takes like one near-death experience to make you reconsider life. Don't wait until you have a near-death experience. Social media is not the be-all, end-all by any stretch of the imagination. So we should not make it that way. Don't make social media your God. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Don't make social media your be all end all. I understand we live in a world of AI and all of this kind of stuff, but you can unjack from the matrix, bro. You can. I promise you can unjack from the matrix. You know what I mean? Social media, perfect example. Pepe Le Pew, they canceled my man. I did a video on it. They canceled my man because they said he was a pervert and he was sexually assaulting people back when that Me Too shit was going on. They canceled Pepe Le Pew. The point I made is, if you're canceling cartoon characters, why didn't you cancel Bluto? Bluto be choking the shit out of Olive Oil. Like that, choking her. But we didn't cancel Bluto. We canceled Pepe Le Pew, who was at least smooth with it. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's get to these comments, and we will probably move on to the next topic, which will be equally as fun as this one. Theo said, bruh, I can say something or look for something or another site, and next I know I'm seeing YouTube videos pop up about it. Bruh, we gotta be discerning, man. We gotta look deep, give it a deep look. We gotta have filters. We gotta make that shit go through filters. Gotta have filters, man, and make sure what we getting is 100% clean. So yeah, I feel you 100%. Kamoyo said, been a VPN guy for years. Get a VPN. Also, two-factor authentication. Me too. I have two-factor authentication as well, sir. I like that. I like that. I like that. Man, listen, my pop used to say all this shit is mental conditioning. TV had a blatant confession of it. We now return you to your... Okay. Paul Martin say Pepe was thirsty AF. Was Pepe truly thirsty if he was only always after one female? Is that thirsty? See, man, y'all got, man, I'll be devil's advocate when it comes with Pep. Y'all can't be fucking with my man Pep and calling him no pervert or no, you know what I'm saying, no rapist or, you know, I shouldn't be saying these things on my page. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And S.A.er, you know what I'm saying? Don't, yeah, come on now, man. And Pep was good fun. And then you also got, it's like I said in my video, you got to understand, man, Pepe came out like 47, 48, I think, 1947, 1948, something like that. How were we talking to women? How were we treating women in 1947, 1948 like that? Oh, the little one, she is shy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need this in your life. Okay, now, when it didn't get all perverty and weird until we started doing self-examination and feeling convicted about it. Pepe didn't do that. We did that to ourselves and took that out on Pepe. We had nothing else to take it out on. Jeffrey Dahmer was already dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? So let's do Pepe Le Pew. Let's get him. Why? Pepe didn't do nothing to y'all. Me Too was performative crap once it was stolen from Black and indigenous women and gay people. It always becomes that way, come on, y'all, when they get a hold of it. Just like with woke. How you going to take our stuff and make it mean something else? Make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here with that. You ain't gotta be sorry, bro. You driving, Jay? It's all good, man. I'll be a little more discerning with the comments. How about that? All right. I'm going to assume that a lot of y'all know that next Thursday is the official Juneteenth holiday. Now, I know some people don't celebrate Juneteenth. I mean, honestly, I don't think people know how to celebrate Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try and help y'all. I'm going to try and help y'all. Remembering. You know what I'm saying? More than anything else, remembering, reminding, regarding. That's what you need to do for Juneteenth. Remember, remind, regard. Remember the purpose of Juneteenth. What's the purpose of Juneteenth? To celebrate the date that the slaves in Galveston, Texas learned they were free. Because the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863. The news of the Emancipation Proclamation did not reach Galveston, Texas until 1865. Boy, we could have used the fax machine back then, couldn't we? 2 years to get the fax? You're fired. Anyways, though, remember that. Remember why. Remember the Reconstruction period that took place between 1865 and 1889. We were free, but we were terrorized. And with all of this revisionist history, that's why we need to remind people. They don't like to hear it, though. It is the fact that a lot of people are incapable of dealing with their own internalized trauma. Want me to say that again? A lot of these people have problem dealing with their own internalized trauma. Deep real, you're getting too damn deep for me. What in the hell is internalized trauma? When a woman gets cheated on and abused and thinks it's her fault and thinks there's something wrong with her, that's internalized trauma. That's a very good example of internalized trauma. You want to know how they internalize their trauma? They don't know what to believe. They don't want to be supremacists or racists, but they live in a system that benefits them. And they feel guilt from reaping from said benefits. Now, understand what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about your everyday white supremacist, goose-stepping Nazi ass people. They haven't internalized the trauma. They have cognitive dissonance. They know it's there, yet deny its existence. So, why am I talking about all of this? Because I want to bring this up. Reparations. Mother generations. Now, there are a lot of people who have said the African American descendants of slaves do not deserve reparations, do not need reparations, do not require reparations. Reparations. See, here's the thing. These people understand that reparations will put us on equal footing with them. And they don't want that. Because if you give us reparations, the first thing we're going to do is separate. We're going to move away from you because classically and historically, we have always thrived and prospered and done better when we said we don't need y'all. We can do everything that y'all can do twice as better, twice as good, better, way better. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go down here and start Rosewood. We're going to go out here and we're gonna start Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. We're gonna do that over there down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're gonna thrive. We're gonna have us businesses, doctors, lawyers, thriving. You hear me? Thriving. Why do y'all have a problem with us? You know what I heard a woman say to somebody in the grocery store? Right hand up. You know what I heard somebody say in the grocery store? I heard somebody say, y'all should just be happy that we gave y'all's freedom. Wait a minute. Didn't Abraham Lincoln say, if there was any way I could end the Civil War without freeing the slaves, I would do it. This is the bearded buffoon that we place so much credence upon and give him so much credit. You freed the slaves as a political strategy, not as, oh, I'm this loving, benevolent president, and this is what I'm going to do for y'all. Fuck out of here. That was political maneuvering, plain and simple. We free, cool, but it wasn't because we like, oh, we tired of y'all being slaves. You're free now. You're welcome. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was, oh shit, we getting our ass kicked in the Civil War. We might need, hey, you know what we could do? We could free all of them and they can fight for us. Because quiet as kept, there were already black regiments in the Confederacy. Wow. So, also, why are we always, well, not we, but why are they always upset about reparations and automatically assume we want money? Nah. You know what would be some cool reparations? Give me a couple of acres of land, some animals on that land to till and cultivate it. Ooh, see where I'm going? Give me stuff so that I can create generational wealth for my next generation. Exempt me from paying taxes for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's not a bad thing. Shit, half the Negroes I know don't pay their taxes anyway. So we be getting a favor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all get it. I see y'all in the chat. You get it. See, they think all we want is money. I don't need your money. Give me a means to create my own. That's what they fear more than anything else in this world. Negroes on equal footing. We already prove we superior up here. We already prove we superior right here. ain't but one thing left. You see what I'm saying? It's fear, bro. Plain and simple. If you ain't afraid, do it. You compensated the Jews for the Holocaust. You compensated the Japanese who were interned against their will in this country in World War II. Not us, though. I was listening to some black sellout dude. I think his name is Thomas Howell or something. And he was saying some shit like, oh, we can't give black people in America reparations because chattel slavery in America is only an infinitesimal part of the entire institution of slavery that's been going on for centuries. I don't give a damn about nobody being a slave in Ireland. I don't give a damn about nobody being a slave in Europe. None of them places. That don't have nothing to do with me or my lineage. And we always try to goalpost raise when mugs get called on the table about their stuff. Why can't you just say, my bad, I'm sorry, here's a couple acres of land, tax abatement, some shit like that. See you when I see you. Be so much easier. It'd be so much easier. Y'all got land up in Montana and Wyoming and all them big wide open space, but it's cold there. We don't want no cold shit. So we have New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. Give us some land over there and we'll make it do what it do. Promise you. I promise you. We are built to effing survive. What we talking about up in here? Kamoyo say, it ain't we, it's one demographic, the same demographic that turned on their fellow women, Darth Barbara and Darth Becky. Okay. Also, our existence terrorizes them. Our existence. Not us. Our existence. Jay's in there. Tax abatement. Yes, sir. Interest-free loans. Yes, sir. And that. Give me my 40 and get the got my face, man. Real talk, y'all. But the reparation conversation has been around. It has been presented in Congress numerous times. And every man, you know what? I'm gonna get you a number just so you can see how many times they out there riding, ain't they? Okay. $17.83. You weren't expecting it to go back that far, was you? $17.83. That was before slaves were even free. They was talking about reparations for slaves. But that wasn't just slaves in the Americas. That was also slaves over in Europe. See, we got to understand. You have the Spanish to thank for that. Oh, and for you slick ass mofos that want to bring up, oh, Africans had slaves too. You know why? Because Africans were trying to buy their relatives so their relatives would not end up slaves. Ooh. They were trying to help their people. And you couldn't just go in and overpower a slave ship, though many Africans had tried. So why don't we just purchase them? Feel kind of dumb now, huh? Look it up. Look it up. I'm a receipt kind of guy. You can look it up. You can look it up if you want to. So, I feel like I've hit y'all with enough lightning and thunder, and that we should lighten up. We should lighten up just a little bit. I'm gonna lighten up a little bit. I'm almost at the hour mark, so let me get into these topics that I know you're going to enjoy. All right, now I do a lot of verses. I do a lot of power scalings because I think people don't understand how power scaling should work versus how it does work. Okay, we get caught up in whose power will function what way in whose universe. We get caught up in how come the nature of this person's power is not being considered, or we goalpost raise when we know good and damn well one character, no matter what the scenario, is never going to beat another character. I found a matchup that I think is a very rousing matchup. It's a very even matchup. And I think that y'all gonna have a lot of discussion about it here. Okay. Daredevil and the Punisher versus Red Hood and Lady Shiva. Now, before y'all put your foot in your mouth and mention that episode of Bat in the Sun Superpower Beatdown where the Punisher and the Red Hood met and the Punisher beat the Red Hood, understand something. Though they are enjoyable, though they are very rousing and informative, do we think shows on YouTube like Superpower Beatdown and Death Battle and those kinds of shows that match up characters from different franchises in different continuities in a battle, do we think this right here is an unfair matchup? I think that's probably the most even freaking matchup you could ever have. Okay, other than Matt Murdock's radar sense, there are no superpowers involved. Everybody here is peak human. So who takes this fight and why? Let's talk about what everybody is coming to the table with. All right, Daredevil. Highly agile, highly acrobatic. His fighting skills include boxing, heavyweight boxing at that. Any number of martial arts. He's supposed to be a master of a number of martial arts, including jujitsu, ninjutsu, boxing. He is rated as one of the top fighters in all of Marvel. So basically, what I'm getting at is Daredevil nice with his hands. Then on top of that, he's got a radar sense, which is basically echolocation that allows him to see, even though he is blind, and his other 4 senses are raised to superhuman degree. Taste, touch, smell, hear with superhuman ability. So He's an excellent tracker. For sure. Frank Castle, The Punisher. Highly trained Marine. When it comes to killing, he is pretty darn good at it. Any number of standard arms or artillery, Frank at any time has access to at the very least, some type of handgun, some type of machine gun or submachine gun, some type of rifle, and a knife. So that's pretty much standard equipment for Frank Castle, and plenty of ammo. The ops, okay, even better. The ops don't have superpowers per se. Red Hood does from time to time tend to use Bane's venom. So at any point, he can amp his strength to the same level as Bane. As you can see, he's got a sword, he's got guns. Oh, and did I mention that he was trained to fight by Batman? So, and the Red Hood and the Punisher basically have the same mission. Okay? They murdering mugs in their city who are criminals. Okay? On to one Sandra Wusan, aka Lady Shiva. Y'all already know, if you've been rocking with my page and you followed the comic book series I did on Black Canary, Best of the Best, you have seen with your own eyeballs what Lady Shiva can do. Lady Shiva is not considered one of the top fighters in the DC universe. Lady Shiva is considered the top fighter in the DC universe. She got effing hands. She has beat people who are dope senseless. She beat Richard Dragon senseless. She beat Batman senseless. She beat Bronze Tiger senseless. The woman can fight. Okay? So, bearing that in mind, who's taking this? Okay, let's see what Kamoyo talking about. Kamoyo say fight ends with Frank and Shiva. Shiva wins 5 times out of 10. So basically, you're saying it's a tie. Daredevil and Red Hood get beat up, and it's a tie. Okay. So Red Hood used to be called Arsenal for a reason. I don't think Frank can beat him hand to hand. Shiva and Matt, give me Shiva. Y'all already know what's up. Y'all boy. Whoa, she beat the shit out of Black Canary. Bruh. Just dragged her for like 5 issues, bruh. Don't tell nobody nothing about Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva is a dog. She has the edge in fighting. Frank can fight and shoot. Okay, you know what? Here's what happens when we have these kind of matchups. There's got to be conditions. Okay? Here's the thing. 3 of these 4 people ain't got no problem whatsoever with murking your ass, murdering you in cold blood, chopping your head off, rolling over you with a steamroller, hanging you upside down and drowning you. Bruh, dude. And I feel like that's the edge that's going to put Lady Shiva over the top, because she's willing to kill and Matt ain't. You know what I'm saying? Not bloodlusted, just standard doing what they do. Standard doing what they do mean Frank kill, Jason kill, and Sandra kill. Matt don't. So, man, I feel like even though he fast and swift and strong, I feel like he the odd man out in this. That's just me. Jay, thank you for sharing all this about Wizard World. You tell me which one, we can pull that up and look at it sometime. But yeah, for my money, I feel like Lady Shiva would be the last person standing. I don't think Morals Off would give Daredevil an advantage. Bruh, check out some of the stuff. Matter of fact, maybe one day, maybe not now, maybe in the future, I will do a Lady Shiva respect thread. The woman has done some phenomenal stuff with just these. With her hands. You see what I'm saying? And she's trained to use weapons. So when you put a weapon in her hand, I mean, somebody said in it, she's a weapon too. She's one hell of a weapon. So, and she work with the League of Assassins. They kill people for a living. They train people to kill for a living. And they was like, you can be in charge of them. I ain't sleeping on Punisher at all. Because honestly, me, I feel like with massive difficulty, Frank could take Jason out. You know what I'm saying? Because they both think the same way. Why do I have to get into an... And see, here's the thing. Who said anything about straight up encounter? You know what I'm saying? Probably if I had to give some kind of conditions, I would have them fight somewhere. The location, I would have them fight in Kondak. Yes, they would fight in Kondak. Nobody in this matchup has an advantage over anybody else in this matchup if this fight takes place in Kondak. That's the place that Black Adam rules. So, Streets of Kondak, I feel like them 4 would be beneath Black Adam's notice. He wouldn't give a shit one way or the other. So the fight would go down the way it's supposed to go down. Okay. I feel like these 4, they don't do battlefield removals. If I'm removing you from the battlefield, it means I'm removing your head from your body, or I'm removing your heart from your chest, or something like that. That's the only battlefield removal they're going to be doing. I would say the fight takes place at night. Daredevil now has an advantage. And nobody is aware of what anybody can do. Because we always had these situations, I studied them and blah, 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 blah. Nah, fuck that. Don't nobody know what nobody can do. Don't nobody know Daredevil is blind. Don't nobody know what Jason has in his pocket. Don't nobody know what Frank have in his pocket. Don't nobody know this fine looking Chinese woman will run up on you and cut your throat. They don't know none of that. So that would probably be the best. That would probably be the best scenario. What we got? Hey, Gray, what's up, dog? He said, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. The answer is Shiva. Bruh, I'm telling you, my husband don't be sleeping on her because she's a woman. She is a dog, bro. She be murking folks. Wildcat taught Canary. Canary taught Roy. Roy is a much better fighter than Oliver. Whoa, hold up there, Theo. Revision. We learned in the Best of the Best series, Ted Grant did not teach Dinah Lance how to fight. It was the other way around. Ooh, don't you hate revisions? That shit sucks. All these years, we've been thinking Ted Grant is this dude with hands and he's training everybody and training them and training them and training them. Come to find out he got trained himself. And that's Red Hood, bro. Not Arsenal. So that would be Jason Todd, not Roy Harper. Okay. That's why I have it 50-50. Frank has been in those type of odds. Matt ain't making it due to morals, and Bruce and the league can't train that little boy enough for Frank. He has an experience edge on Jason. Yeah, but Jason gonna give him a little bit, but Frank is tough. Frank can take a licking and keep on sticking. So, you know, Theo said he, Starfire, and Red Hood, that is Red Hood, had their own team, a trio dedicated to murking folks, aliens, you name it. Got it. Frank and Jason are McCall and Wick. Same abilities, but one's been doing this way longer and at a higher level. Okay. Frank and Shiva are equal with their respective abilities. She can get in close to kill him, but he don't fight up close empty-handed. Okay. I don't really think it matters what range he fights Shiva at, because she's been known to dodge bullets. So yeah, guns don't necessarily give one an advantage over Lady Shiva. Standard with her hands, but yeah, when Lady Shiva's out, she at the very least is packing a knife. So yeah, and she does have a favorite sword. So yeah, if nothing else, she could probably cut a couple of them guns in half with some well-placed strikes. So Frank gonna have to come see her with hands at the most. I feel like Lady Shiva was coming out of this. If everybody get killed, if anybody coming out of this by themselves, it will be her or Frank. But I'm leaning more towards her. So that's it. That's what's on my mind. That's how I see it. That's how I'm going to do it. Gray said he reading Batgirl right now. Shiva's backstory and fighting background is crazy. She and her sister whoop Richard Dragon and Ben Turner with ease. Told y'all. Ben Turner is the Bronze Tiger, and he ain't no pushover. He beat up Batman once. Well, more than once, actually. He's beat up Batman more than once. So, you know what I'm saying? Ben Turner, Lady Shiva, Bruce Wayne, Richard Dragon, all trained from under O Sensei. So, there you go. Now, is we moving on? Yes, we are moving on. We are going to action figures. Action figures. Y'all want to see some action figures? Do y'all want to see some action figures? Okay, I grabbed a couple of action figures today that mean quite a bit to me. Y'all got to understand sometimes how and why I collect stuff. I got this. This is Hal Jordan in his armor suit. I'm going to share a little bit with you about that in a second. And I got the Spin Master, Mr. Terrific. All righty. Dude. This action figure, $9. Did you hear me? $9. I'm trying to understand why this thing is $9. It is Spin Master. I don't know what Spin Master got quality wise. Also, it's got a Build-A-Figure. It's got a Build-A-Figure part in it. They are building Superman's robots from the Fortress of Solitude. One of them. So that's the Build-A-Figure. All right. Let's see what this Mr. Terrific do. All right. I got two of them. So one for fun, one for preservation. So if you collect, you know how that goes. All righty. This Mr. Terrific is all right. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. See what we're working with. Okay. First of all, okay. Though it looks like a 6-inch figure, it's not. It's a 5-inch figure. Unless I'm tripping. 5.5. I'm sorry. That is a 5.5-inch figure. And it doesn't bend at the ankle. Bends at the shoulder, okay. Got a look. There's no wrist articulation. Wrists sit in one place. There is no torso. So I think that's why they're so cheap, because they don't their head barely turning. Okay, because they have limited articulation. So that is why this was $9. Because it's only got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 12 points of articulation. That's not much. So, okay. All right. I like it though. It's actually got a little more detail to it. He's actually got terrific on the back of his jacket, like that DC Multiverse one should have. And fair play on the sleeves. So, there you go. That's that. Why is this figure important to me? It's Mr. Terrific. Duh. How many Mr. Terrific figures do you own? This is my third. I have an actual 6-inch Mr. Terrific. And then I got the 7-inch that just came out. And now I have the 5.5. All right. Now we're going to get to this one. All righty, kids. Okay, kids. You ready? This is Hal Jordan. I know Jon Stewart's our guy. But just bear with me for a second. So we're gonna do a little comic book history. All right. I'm putting the box over here. I don't like these little things that they put to hold the action figure. You don't got to put this in here. It'll stay in there. It's more games y'all want to play. Keep me from getting to my action figure. Haters. All right. Almost there. All right, y'all. I feel like this one right here was made off of a steel body because it show is using the steel hammer. Yeah, because now I look at the armor, it's got the same kind of look, kind of energy as the steel figure. But look here. Reign of the Supermen. People calling me. They want to get up with me. They want to hang out. They want our brother to come kick it with them. Why everybody want D to come kick it with them? I don't know, bro. Because I'm fun? Because I'm fun to be around. Think I will plan some kind of shindig for all the dads I know. You know, my homies that's dads. I might get them all together on the deck. You know what I'm saying? We hang out, you know, do a little drinky drink, sippy chai, little bit of Alaskan elevation. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? Kick back, you know, because dad, you are appreciated. Anywho. If you remember Reign of the Supermen, story that takes place in Green Lantern, Cyborg Superman beats the Eradicator, Green Lantern takes on Mongol. Look here. Here's what y'all ain't thinking about. Green Lantern number 46 that contains this image was drawn by I help you with the difficult ones. The late great Doc Bright, Mark Bright. Did y'all know that? Or did you just find that out today? That there was a black artist on Reign of the Supermen? Raise your hand if you knew that. Yeah, that's why I got this in honor of Mark D. Bright. Oh, wait a minute. Who's Mark D. Bright? If you don't know who Mark D. Bright is, your ass is fired. If you do not know who Mark Bright is, we can't hang out no more. Okay? Power Man and Iron Fist, Icon, the Falcon Limited Series, a whole bunch of milestone shit. That's what Mark Bright drew. Okay, so come on, man. Don't just rock with the artists. Don't just rock with the characters. Rock with the artists who draw them, man. They need to get their props too. You know what I'm saying? So hit it with some black lights. You say, Jay? All right, I might do that, bro. I might do that because I like this figure. This might be the Action Figure Tuesday figure. But yeah, that's what we cooking with on the action figure front, y'all. That's what we doing on the action figure front. And I know where's Paul Martin. I know Paul Martin saying some shit about Mark Bright and that Falcon run. I bet. Yep. I know my nation. I love my nation. Also, the card that comes with it, of course, has art from Mr. Bright. Let me fresh out memory. Bomb. Remember it now? Feeling it now? That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Okay, let me catch up with the comments and we will get to the last couple get downs and we be out of here. And I'm still got plenty of time to soak up some sunshine and get blowed. All right. What are we talking about over here? Juju, you say you might grab it. Okay. Well, you get what you like, sir. You get what you like. Good display piece, in my opinion. Yeah. As I look at this room, I see lots of action figures displayed. I'm sure we could find a place for it. Hit GL with some black light, you will not be disappointed. I gotta find my black light at. I find where my black light's at. Okay. Yes, wow indeed. Awesome piece of info. Edutainment is what I do, Jay. It's what I do. Yep, Doc Bright. Mark Bright, first man to make Falcon tolerable for me. That was actually a good 4-issue miniseries with Electro. He said all day. What breaking news, sir, do you have for us concerning Jade Cargill? Is she still alive? I hope so. Shit. I really like her. Anyway, so yeah. She will be the antagonist in True Threat versus Jonathan Majors. I like that. I like that a lot. But you know what? That is actually perfect because I got some movie news that I would like to share. And after this, we'll probably have like a a little potpourri or something real quick. Not potpourri like smells, but potpourri like in Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? When they have a potpourri and it's just a myriad of different things. We probably have some of that at the end, kind of like, you know, with the questions and whatnot. But don't nobody have as many questions, so I'm gonna share some stuff. Cool. All right. Yes, she is. I would like to get jaded. Not the slam part, but the part where she leaned back and do the thing with her tongue. I just want to show up for that part. Anyway, real quick question for the Rock With Me Nation. Who has ever seen this movie right here? This is Trouble Man with Robert Hooks. It is a blaxploitation movie made in 1972 about a private detective. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch a lot of movies, a lot of blaxploitation movies, brothers are private detectives. Good night, Jay. Peace and blessings. Anyway, it was a fair to middling movie. I mean, it was your standard blaxploitation fare, but it seemed like it was one that like had a little more class than the other blaxploitation movie. It's one of them ones that was like a bougie blaxploitation movie. I think so. But yeah, you can find this movie anywhere. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. What I want to talk to you about is the remake. Yeah, they did a Trouble Man remake, but because it's Michael J. White, he interjected comedy. So it is an action comedy that features, as you can see, Michael J. White, Method Man, Mike Epps, and I want to say there is a very famous lady actor in this movie. Lala Anthony is in this. So, a former cop turned Atlanta private investigator. Everybody goes to Atlanta. I remember Superfly was in New York and he ended up in Atlanta in the remake. Okay, it's Black Mecca. Is hired to find a missing R&B star, Jahari, which I'm gonna assume is Lala. His investigation uncovers her disappearance is connected to a larger conspiracy, forcing him to question those around him and his own past. Similar plot to what was going on in the original. But if Michael J. White is, if he's spin kicking some folks, if he's piecing some folks up, that's worth the price of admission. I'm there for it. According to IMDb, it dropped June 12th. Today. Let me see what I can say. All right, daddy. They probably won't have it up here because when they have like real gangstered out ghetto movies like that, man, we don't get to see them sometimes. I don't know what it is with Alaska. They be on that BS, man, for really real. Boom. Damn. Not available at home or in theaters? How the fuck are we supposed to see it? Wow. See how they do us, y'all? See how they do us, y'all. See how they do us. I done checked a whole bunch of services. Good Lord. Well, bye. What we supposed to do? What we supposed to do? See, this is a symptom of a larger problem. how you gonna shoot, edit, and put a movie out without no distribution? I think I heard him say something about it. He's having an issue with distribution. Hey, Kamoya, look what I found when I was cleaning up the other day. You know what that is? You know what that is? Here, I'll pull it out for you. Here, I'll pull it out so you can see it. Ooh, I'm getting powder on me. Doggone it. Get my blades ready. You know what I mean? Get my blades ready, son. Get my blades ready. Okay, y'all. Oh, I know what I was gonna share with the Rock With Me Nation. Look here, y'all. Katana cleaning kit. I'm gonna pull some of these down so I can put some more up. Well, I guess more news on Trouble Man as it develops. Yeah, I mean, that's messed up though. How we ain't gonna? I don't know, bro. All right. In action figure news, I got an email today that told me about another release of Marvel vs. Capcom. Today it was Captain America versus Venom. Now I have a question. Can somebody tell me how is that Captain America different from the Captain America that just came out with the Secret Wars line? Need another picture? Need a close-up look? I got you. Tell me that does not look like the same damn Captain America that they put out with that Secret Wars line. Only difference is he ain't got a cracked shield to go with that one. Bruh, Hasbro is getting lazy. Come on, y'all. I get it. I really do. I get it. But stop being lazy, man. Stop being. At least give me a different style Captain America. I got a couple different Captain Americas, but bruh, that's how I know you throwing that same Captain America out there at us and going, Capcom. No. Don't do that, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Show me some respect. Show me some that Venom's kind of. I don't like the tongues they be putting on Venom. That's too long. No. You can have like a little bit right there, like you know what I'm saying. You ain't got all that. That's too much. I mean, it got a little spit hanging off of it. Okay. But for that, I dig Marvel vs. Capcom. I think I'm gonna be coming out with some Marvel vs. Capcom videos of my own because I have quite a few Capcom characters and I have quite a few Marvel characters. So we will probably be doing something like that in the days to come. All right, tonight, He said on a scale of 1 to Theo, how many caps do you have? About 7. Yeah, I think I got about 7 Captain Americas. 7 whole Captain Americas. I got some bodies with no heads on it too. So, yeah, I got a few Captain Americas. I had a few Iron Fists too. So, yeah, I got the white Iron Fist. I got the green Iron Fist with the collar. I got the green Iron Fist where he got the full top on with the dragon on his shirt. Yeah, I got a 4-inch Iron Fist. I got a 6-inch Iron Fist. Yeah, all day. The shield effect. I don't have that Captain America where he's throwing the shield. You can attach it. Now, I don't have that Captain America. I do have a couple of Commander Rogers though, and a couple of cinematic. Yeah. So yeah, I got more than 7 if you count the cinematic ones. Yeah. Why does it end up that way that we always just end up collecting a lot of Captain Americas? So I do not know. Speaking of Theo, I was chit-chatting with my brother today, and we were talking about this book right here. It's called Blood Letter. Blood Letter is a book that we will see, that y'all will see. Theo and I have already seen it because I got an advanced copy. But it's a pretty interesting book. It is a 5-issue limited series, from what I'm understanding, and it is being written by none other than the Joe Illidge, who will be on our show, Friday Vibin', next Friday. So I've been telling y'all for like the past 2 weeks, mark the date, June 20th, we will be rocking with Joe Illidge talking about Blood Letter. Now, as you can see, Blood Letter is a lovely lady by the name of Tasha Thornwall. Tasha Thornwall is an assassin. Tasha Thornwall is an exceptionally brutal assassin. Hence, the name Blood Letter. What's so important about Tasha Thornwall? Tasha Thornwall uses magic and black ops to mark her targets. So that's an interesting assassin. Now, why is Tasha Thornwall so important right now? Remember when Al Simmons got ambushed and killed by Chapel? She is who Al Simmons was going to kill. And because he couldn't kill her, he outed her. And now she got a mad on for Al Simmons. And she found out that he's a spawn, and she's coming for that ass. And look like she might be able to give him a problem. Now, after Theo got done reading issue 1 of Blood Letter, he reached out to me and he asked me 2 questions. The first question he asked me, he said, D, if they made Blood Letter into a movie, what actress would you get to play Tasha Thornwall? I didn't even have to think about it. Her. She got some looks on her face sometime, but she'll make a look on her face like when she scowls or she make a mean face or she mean mug. It's kind of scary. And she already kind of looks like Tasha Thornwall to me too. Yeah, I think she'd make a great bloodletter. Y'all go ahead and put who y'all think will make a great bloodletter in the comments. And second question. Yeah, second question. Theo asked me if I were going to make a bloodletter action figure, if I was going to customize it, how would I do it? What would I use? Okay. Let me give you a second here. I need a full picture. Because that first picture, here, you bastards. Won't let me pull the image. I need a good haters. Okay. Anywho, you know what? I'm slick like that. There we go. All righty. Oops, sorry about that. How's about, okay. Paul Martin. I love you, Paul Martin. You're great. Bloodletter, sir, is a book by Joseph Illidge that he is writing for Image Comics. She is an assassin. Anika Nani Rose. Ooh, okay. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. There's one image of Bloodletter. What action figure would you use to make Bloodletter? I came up with that. That's the action figure I'd use. What do you think? Tiana Taylor. She was in Coming to America. She's been in a lot of movies. Just Internet Movie Database. Get that app. Internet Movie Database, and you can pull that up and you can put in any actress's name or any movie or most movies, and it'll give you the information. I thought Senna was pretty good too, but bear in mind, your boy Theo is not a slouch either, and he came up with that one. So you would definitely have to get a different head sculpt, or maybe even put the Senna head sculpt on that. But yeah, that's not bad either. That's not bad. Actually, that's pretty good. But her look, I've noticed, and from like press and like advanced cover art that I've seen, Tasha's look changes during the 5-issue series because we get flashbacks, flash forwards, that kind of thing. So we see her at different times in her career. So we get different looks of Bloodletter. But I recommend that y'all read the book, if for no other reason, because your know what the hell is going on June 20th when Joe Illich is here talking to us. So you won't just be in the dark. What are you talking about? Who blood letter? What I should do? Sponsor this? What's it? You don't have to be like that. You have to ask all them random weird questions in the chat because you will be up on game because you checked out Bloodletter. So rock with me, nation. Please, please, on the 18th, that's Wednesday comic book day. Or go to your comic book store tomorrow and pre-order, and they put it in your box. Hopefully it ain't too late to do that. You know, it is Joe Illich, and his comic books do sell. I was having a hard time finding all 4 issues of Shadow Cabinet until I found them. So, yeah. Stuff like that you should probably pre-order. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, Kamoyo, I thought Senna was perfect too. So, do I have time to customize it? I don't want to customize that one if until I get it. Well, maybe I just order another one, and then I can just go ahead and customize that and maybe have it for the live Friday. Green knife, no problem. All right, y'all. 150. Yeah, y'all please make sure y'all pull up for this. All of them tats on her. That might be a task, but I'm willing to go for it. Could you do that? Those tats on her back, they look kind of whitish, but I think they're darker in the book. Would it be cooler to do it with like white out or something like that? I don't know. Anyway. An MCU Riri Williams head sculpt would work. Well, there you go. I got a bunch. I went out a bunch, but I have a few random black woman head sculpts. So, yeah. It seemed like Senna's head sculpt would be perfect. Yeah. I would just have to take the hoodie off. Probably maybe give her like a jacket or something. You know what I mean? Maybe some flesh tones so you could put those tats on her arms. Other than that, yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work, y'all. Look here, y'all. I am happy to announce that Father's Day is Sunday. What you doing for your daddy if your daddy's still around? What's your daddy doing for you if your daddy's still around? Just think about it. Toss it around in there. See what you come up with. Maybe Sunday we can get together, man. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live. And we do the daddy thing. You know what I mean? That might be fun. All right. Well, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. If y'all want me to do a Father Day live, and you know what I'm saying, and because I'm probably be on a grill. I don't know. I don't want to be on the grill on Father's Day. See, the things we do for our families. Oh, I almost forgot. I got comics. And I bet you I got some comics y'all don't have. Look, Battle Beast has his own book. See, that's how much people jeffed him up. He's got a comic book strictly on the strength of his popularity. And 10, count them, 10 variant covers. I like that. I like that a lot. We're gonna enjoy reading Battle Beast. Of course. Green Lantern Corps, number 4. What I am going to do is I'm probably going to give y'all a condensed version of the first 4 issues of this book. Issue 1 was funny because they had to go to Tamaran, and Blackfire was trying to make John Stewart, her concubine, something tough. She was dropping hints like a mug, like, if you were my concubine, I would. She was saying some shit. It would have me cracking up. And then at the end, she was like up in his face. I'm like, dang, Blackfire, calm down, little horny toad. Absolute Wonder Woman number 8. La 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 la. This is a good book, man. It's a good book. I'm feeling it. I can't wait until they put the absolute trinity together. I want to see how that works out. Absolute Batman, absolute Wonder Woman, and absolute Superman teaming up. I likes. And of course, gotcha, man. Number 10. You know I stays up on my G-Force, y'all. So y'all will probably be getting a Gotcha Man video in the days to come. And a new one for you. Y'all don't know nothing about it because this is how I do. Dreadlock the Barbarian. Y'all know nothing about that. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about Dreadlock the Barbarian, son? I'll be giving y'all the ups on this, so y'all can know, what's happening with Dreadlock the Barbarian. You dig? It's a good book, man. Got nice little action sequences in it, and it's kind of like, if I had to call it anything, I would call it Conan the Barbarian meets Thundar the Barbarian. That's about Antarctic Press, y'all. What y'all know about Antarctic Press? Ironically enough, Antarctic Press is located in Texas. Go figure. Why the hell would you call your... Well, I guess you can't go to Antarctica. And of course, I read this online, but now I have my hard copy. I will be bringing you... be playing Key Sweat in the background. Something, 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 something just ain't right. Boy, what was that heifer thinking about? Oh, you done lost your mind, girl. Wow. Yeah, boy. Yeah. I got caught up. I got caught up. Goodness gracious. Yes, dreadlock, sir. Dreadlock. I will be bringing that story to you. You're welcome. Speaking of dread stuff, were you a fan of Starlin's Dreadstar? Yeah. Yeah. That's epic. It's epic, right? That was Marvel's little more adult line of comics. Yeah, I remember Dreadstar. But yeah, y'all. This is a nice lively live. We learned some things. Uh Remain vigilant. Remain on your square and don't let anybody move you. Um, since we getting ready to part, can I share a thought that I've been contemplating for the last couple of days? Um, Now understand what I'm about to say. I heard this from another content creator, and it made a lot of sense to me. This content creator said Trump will be the cure for white supremacy. Now, I was going to sit through this whole video because I wanted to hear, what the palm colored person had to say. And they said it like this. Okay? Trump is a supremacist. Trump is a criminal. Trump is a racist. But he's a weak one. And weak leaders always fail. Weak leaders cause movements to crumble. Weak leaders cause armies to look weak. And he's been looking weak to everybody from Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso to Putin in Russia. They people don't respect him. Yeah. And so if that's who you following and getting behind, think about it. I mean, I'm really not trying to throw shade, but does that make sense? Because see, let's get away from all of the fairy tales and the name calling and all. Does that okay? Let's just take the whole Trump thing. Don't even use Trump's name. Don't even use his name. Just say weak leader. Who wants to be led by a weak leader? Who wants to be led by a leader who cowers when things get hard? Who wants to be led by somebody who has shown you in the past they fail perpetually? Think about it. All I'm saying. I ain't trying to program your mind or turn you into a libtard or whatever the hell they call it. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm just asking you to use common sense. Because that's all you have to do is just use common sense. Think about what your own interests are. Think about the things you want to see come to pass and ask yourself, is this regime doing it for you? Don't cheer them on because you want to make Democrats and liberals and people who support liberals and Democrats and stuff like that because you want to make them look bad because you want to show solidarity. You can show solidarity in a sinking ship all you want. That ship is still going to sink. But y'all got solidarity. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Theo said he said they was hitting too hard in Pee Wee football. That's why he quit playing. Same guy who dodged the draft. Exactly. Is that your king? That's your king? Y'all getting ready to march in a parade? He paying mugs to show up to that parade and cheer for them. $1,000 a head in cryptocurrency. His cryptocurrency. Word. Just let him keep doing what he's doing. And that's why I was talking about hunkering down earlier. Let him keep doing what he's doing. We're ready for it. I remember back when Reagan did this. I remember when Reagan did this. This isn't new. A confederacy of dunces. Who would be in the 300? Would he be Leonidas or one of the or the slimy dude that slept with his wife? Nah, he be that mug that was supposed to get through in the trash. But his parents didn't throw him in the trash, and his father taught him how to fight, but he was all misshapen. That's the Cheeto man. Yes, I'm aware that the puppet masters are more dangerous. I'm simply saying he will be the unraveling of the white supremacy thread. Because I noticed a lot of people around here that was driving in their trucks and had their black and white flags and they Trump flags. They ain't flying them Trump flags no more. Are they losing faith in Lord Trump? No more kings. No more kings. Rocking and a rolling, splishing and a splashing over the horizon. What could it be? Look like it's going to be a free country. See, I used to watch Schoolhouse Rock. So yeah, I understand about monarchies and why we shouldn't have them. Because he got dictator dreams. Now, who does the racists view themselves as opposed to how they actually conduct themselves? That's an easy one. Superior. They view themselves as superior. They view themselves as the rightful owners of this country. They view themselves as our masters. They think the worst thing could have happened, some of them, is freeing us or freeing our ancestors. Man. Anyway. Dead ass serious. Yes. He paying them in crypto, bruh. His crypto. Not no Doge, not no Shiba Inu or none of that. No Ethereum. He ain't paying them in that. He paying them in Trump crypto. I could just make up some crypto. You know what I'm saying? Just D-real crypto. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I pay you in some D-real. Let me break you off some of these D-reals. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Cheer for Trump and I get 1,000 in crypto? Let's go. Yeah. Paying me no damn crypto. You better cut me a check with my name on it. Or direct deposit some shit into my account. We ain't doing no crypto, bruh. At least not the crypto he trying to give people. Yes, he would be the hunchback. I heard a new nickname for our favorite congressperson, Empty G. See, I'm paying in my own crypto called out my bruh. If you didn't read it and see it happening in real time, sometimes people tell me things and I'm like, that is freaking unbelievable. And then I go look it up and it's some real stuff. I'm like, man, planet Earth is tripping. Period. Point blank. Planet Earth is cooked. You know what I mean? We gotta, brothers gotta work it out. Brothers gotta work it out. Because everybody want to be on top. Everybody want to be the top dog. Everybody want to be running stuff, and nobody want to be ran. So everybody like, I'll make my own thing over here. Oh, you ain't you gonna come over here with us? It is what it is, y'all. But look here, tomorrow's Friday Live. Okay, we do it. We no. Oh! I forgot to tell y'all. Friday Vibing is going to happen for the next 2 weeks. It's going to happen at an earlier time. It's happening at an earlier time tomorrow because the missus is going to be getting in from out of town, and I got to pick her up at the airport. So we will probably get down 4 o'clock Pacific, which is 7 o'clock Eastern. So be a little earlier tomorrow. I will put the press stuff out in all the places that I normally put it out to let y'all know that it's gonna be we're gonna be pulling up at an earlier time. So y'all tell everybody y'all know, and make sure y'all tell everybody that know everybody that y'all know. He say you bet. I know, because if I don't, I won't hear the end of it, bro. Trust. That's why we starting at 4 o'clock my time. 3 o'clock my time. 7 o'clock East Coast time. Her flight get in at 6, so I got a whole hour to get to the airport. Nah, I ain't crazy. I want some quality time when she get home. Look here, y'all. Thank you, Rock With Me Nation, for rocking with me. It is always a pleasure and a privilege to rock with y'all. Also, by the way, I'm getting closer to 1,000, man. And I am setting up my monetary stuff. I'm setting up my membership stuff. When I get it all in place, I will let y'all know. I'm gonna have real ones and I'm gonna have the realest. Those are my levels. Y'all can be real ones or y'all can be the realest. So bear that in mind once my memberships come out. And yes, you will be privy to exclusive content. What kind of exclusive content? Y'all know how I get down. But check it out, y'all. I got the dip. That is it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at y'all tomorrow night. With an earlier version of Friday Night Vibing with me and Theo, set to go off 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Y'all be good. Be good to each other.